But before we begin with our guest in Abuja, let's get an update of what is happening in Cotonou, Benin Republic, where the trial of Sunday Igboho is holding. Our correspondent, Tokumbo Yetunji, is on ground there, but we'll come back to Tokumbo. As food shortages and high inflation wreak havoc in the purchasing power of citizens, the Central Bank of Nigeria has left no stone unturned to enhance agricultural output, bring prices down, and wean Nigerians from over-reliance on imported food. In line with this developmental function, the Central Bank has established the Anchor Borrowers Program in 2015, through which it has provided farm inputs and loans to smallholder farmers nationwide to boost food production. Though the initiative gains and other grains, I should say, and other farm produce have witnessed growth in their output, but not enough to depress prices. And this has been blamed on rising insecurity, the infrastructural deficit, and poor logistics, which hampers the ability of farmers to access their farms and move their produce to consumers at a relatively cheaper cost. So to discuss the wins and challenges of Anchor Borrower Scheme and the food security in the country, we're now being joined from Abuja by Aminu Goronyo, President of Rice Farmers Association of Nigeria. Welcome to the show, Mr. Goronyo. Real quickly, I'd like you to talk to me about this thing a lot of farmers complain about, that only those that get the anchor borrowers' money or the fund, as it were, are political farmers. So are you a political farmer? What are political farmers? Why is it that it is only political farmers that get this fund and it doesn't spread across all the farmers in the country?
Farming. Yeah, you can see troughs also.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Great. Good to have you. Once again, if you heard my question, I said there's always a complaint about the Anchor Borrower Scheme, that it's only political farmers that enjoy this. What are political farmers? Are you one? Do you know them? And why is this the case? Why is it not spread across board with every farmer out there?
Well, I think this is a statement of the enemies of this country, or enemies of this government, or enemies of progress. In fact, there is no Nigerian today that will tell you that the Anchor Borrower Program that was established in 2015, precisely November 17, 2015, that has organized Nigerian farmers, particularly smallholder farmer, who has been neglected for over 20, 30 years back of his business, that Anchor Borrower Program has captured these farmers, giving them support, prepare them, train them, and put them on track in the area of their businesses, which is rice cultivation. And from 2015, because of the Anchor Borrower Program of Central Bank, those smallholder farmers are the farmers that are feeding this nation, because there is no deliberate effort or plan by the Central Bank to issue forex for rice importers into the country. And if that is the case, it means from 2015 to date, all the rice we consume in Nigeria is being produced by Nigerian farmers. And then who are those Nigerian farmers? The smallholder farmers. And that is why we are getting where we are today. And that is why Nigeria still exists as a corporate existence. We have not make an inch intention or move to move out of the country to go and search for food. It's all about the Anchor Borrower Program that is giving support of funds, training, and even moral support to Nigerian rice farmers. And that is why we have achieved what we have achieved so far. And for anybody to say that the Anchor Borrower Program is only focused on political farmers, I think it's either he's not a Nigerian, or he's not a farmer, or he's an enemy of this country if he's a farmer. or he's an enemy of this government, or an enemy of the central bank, because there is no better people that are supposed to speak about anchor borrower program, like the platform of commodity associations. And luckily, I'm one of them. So whoever tells you that, my brother, he is an enemy, as he is number one enemy of this country. Because anchor borrower program has saved Nigeria from disintegrating. When the COVID-19 arrived into the country, anchor borrower program was about
okay, sir. We'll just
4 years in existence.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me? We'll just hold you on for a minute. We'll just take a quick cut in.
Thank you for staying with us. You're watching the Morning Show here on the Rise News. Well, let's return to our Abuja studios where Mr. Aminu Goronyo, the president of the Rice Farmers Association, has been standing by. Thank you so much for your patience. We had to take those live reports from Cotonou as we're monitoring development in Nigeria and in the Benin Republic today. Thank you.
Well, Mr. Goronyo, you were, talking about the Anchor Borrowers Program. If you may just continue with that before we take more questions.
As I was saying, Anchor Borrower Program is a blessing to the country. It's a blessing to Nigeria because, as I said, when the COVID-19 arrived into the country, there was no country then to support Nigeria in the area of food supply. It was the Anchor Borrower Program and its programs that saved Nigeria. Otherwise, we would have been in Benin Republic, in Niger, Burkina Faso, and probably abroad, searching for food. But because the Anchor Borrower Program was a serious program, it was everywhere across the country, we were able to produce enough food for Nigeria and Nigerians to consume. And that is why we still remain a corporate existence. That is why we still remain in Nigeria, because we are eating the food that we produce under the Anchor Borrower Program. So for anybody, as I said, to say Anchor Borrower Program is a political program, it's meant for political people, I don't believe that. Whoever will say so is either, as I said, he's not a farmer, he doesn't know what is happening, he has not participated in the Anchor Borrower Program, or he is just an enemy of the country, an enemy of the progress that we have achieved so far within the country.
Well, Mr. Goronyo, you said between 2015 and 2021, there's been significant improvement in terms of rice production in Nigeria. And we are also on record as having supported the closure of the border, to encourage rice production, rice farming in Nigeria. But aren't we dealing with a paradox here? As at 2015, a bag of rice was about 7,500 Naira. If indeed there's been so much production that we can begin to talk of exporting rice, how come a bag of rice in the market is about 30,000 Naira, as people claim? What is responsible for that?
Well, I hope you know how much was the exchange rate of dollar to Naira was in 2015. And I hope you know the exchange rate today. The exchange rate in 2015, it was around 150 Naira per dollar. And today, the exchange rate is about 500 Naira per dollar. And I want you to know that most of the input we use to cultivate our farms is being imported. For example, the herbicide that we use to farm our farms is being imported into the country. The knapsack sprayer, the water pump, in fact, even the fertilizer component are all being imported. And you have to use your Naira, exchange your Naira to dollar to go and buy those inputs, to go and buy those components, so that our farmers will be able to have enough input to enable them to cultivate their farms. And that is just what has happened. Because you have to exchange your Naira to dollar, as I said, to procure this input from outside and bring it into the country. And you have to sell it, to the farmers at the price you exchange your dollar, you exchange your Naira to dollar and be able to procure those input for you also to add a profit on top of what you are bringing into the country, and then you sell and make profit. And that is why also the same farmer that is buying this input in 2015 is still the same farmer that is buying this input and be used in his farm. So the difference is just that exchange of Naira to dollar. Quite okay, there is a tremendous improvement and increase in the area of production. Before 2015, what we obtain from our hectares is no more than between 1.5 metric tons to maximum 2.5 metric tons. But today, the same farmer, the same land, the same hectare, we are getting between 5 metric tons to 9.5 metric tons from the same hectare because of the support that we are getting from the central bank, because of the support that farmer is getting, under the anchor borrower program. And if not because of that support, considering the exchange rate today, I don't know how much you buy that bag of rice. So to me, all you need to do is to sit down and analyze the situation. Why is this rice being sold at between 18 to 20,000 Naira, while in 2015 we are getting it at 5,000, 7,000, maximum 10,000?
Okay.
It's the exchange rate of...
Okay, let's talk about the sustainability.
It's the exchange rate of Naira to dollar.
Go ahead. I do apologize. Go ahead. Finish your thought.
Yeah, it's the exchange rate of Naira to dollar. Otherwise, you'll be getting this rice not more than 5,000 Naira per that 50 kg bag.
Okay, so let's talk about the sustainability of this program in your opinion, because more and more we are hearing farmers cannot access their farms because of the issue of insecurity. We also hear from the CBN that they are increasing defaulters of loans to this program. So in your opinion, how serious are these challenges and how can it be resolved? Insecurity and farmers defaulting on their loans?
Well, to start with insecurity, quite okay there is insecurity around the production areas, but farmers, because of the support they are getting from the central bank through the anchor borrower program, it serves as an encouragement. So all the security challenges that is around the production areas, they don't see it. Quite okay, they try to provide security network around them so that they will be able, because of the encouragement they are having from the central bank, to continue to produce. Otherwise, definitely our farmers, could not continue to farm their farms. But luckily, they are getting support and they are being encouraged by central bank. And that is why they are now, in collaboration with government security, they are providing enough security around their production areas, and they continue to produce.
Okay.
And then, as you ask, why are defaulters being given loan continuously? I want you to know that before 2015, or before the anchor borrower program establishment, about 368 billion naira is being released from central bank to people abroad in the name of rice importation into the country, in the name of Forex. But from 2015 to date, almost 6 years, I don't think 200 billion naira was released as a Forex to take our money into the foreign countries in the name of rice importation.
Okay.
So, and from 2015 to date, all these achievements that you have seen on ground in the area of food production, I want you to go to the central bank and see how much is that money. All in all, how much is that money compared to what has been releasing, what has been spending, you know, before 2015 in the name of rice importation. If you put all this money together from 2015 to date, I don't think it's up to 5% of what has been spending before 2015.
Okay.
So the defaulters quite okay are there. It's maybe people doesn't know how this anchor borrower program operates.
Okay.
Let me briefly tell you how the anchor borrower operates. The farmer that collected loan in a production cycle will not be considered for another loan unless they paid. And that is how he does it. All the farmer that you see producing is a farmer that is getting new loan. Unless you paid 100%, you'll not be considered.
Okay, Mr. Aminu. Mr. Aminu, I get the scheme of how the anchor borrowers work. I've got two quick questions for you. You said anybody that said they are political farmers is an enemy of Nigeria, as an enemy of the CBN. Let me tell you who said that. It is the Smallholders Women Farmers Organization of Nigeria. That means you are saying that they are enemies of Nigeria, the small women holders farmers. Secondly, you said that now we are self-sustainable. In another interview, not this one, you said we do 9 million metric tons. We are self-sustainable. But the report says that as of 2019, Nigeria is the second largest importer of rice in the world. So are you saying we've performed miracle overnight? Can you say boldly to me that now we are so sustainable that we can export rice from Nigeria? Is that what you're saying?
Well, Mr. Goronyo, you have to be very brief. You have to be very brief.
Quickly.
We have just a minute to go.
I don't know where you get your data, but go to CBN if you want to get the correct data and check what is the Forex
My facts are correct, Mr. Goronyo.
By the central bank to rice importers into the country.
Mr. Goronyo, we have less than a minute to go.
It's not true.
Anyway, thank you very much.
It's not true. As of 2019, Nigeria has already achieved self-sufficiency in rice production, because there is no deliberate plan, there is no document that will show you that CBN has released Forex to rice importers into the country. So it's all rumor. It's all, rumor by, I said, enemies of progress.
Well, Mr. Goronyo,
and I don't know who are those women farmers. If at all they exist, let them come to refund so that we give them data of who are those farmers that benefited from anchor borrower program.
Well,
maybe they are being sponsored.
Your point has been well made, Mr. Goronyo. Thank you very much for joining us on the morning show. Thank you very much indeed.